Hello, welcome. This is the finals for the draft mix tournament between nasmith99 and hsypsx. I'm joined in commentary by Halo Andy 007.
Hello. So
All
that
right.
should be a pretty fun, strong competitive match. This is a draft mix tournament where there's 6 cards forced in the kingdom and then a pool of 10 more cards and 4 landscapes for players to choose from. And looks like we're about to get this first board going. So yeah, forced cards, cash, vault, hiring, catapult, swimmer, and monument. Kind of gross, but Nasmith has added in Wharf, Blessed Village, Conquest, and Alms to make it quite a bit stronger. And then, as expected, hsypsx's player 2 has added a few not as strong cards with Nomad Camp and Temple to hopefully slow the game down. No one chose to add Groom or Governor, so not going to be quite as monstrously fast, but should still be a pretty significant player one board advantage. But you never know with Swindler. There could be some strong hits on Swindler that could throw the game either way. So I think as player 2, I kind of like that Swindler's on the board. Just you hit your opponent's wharf and you turn it into a duchy, or you hit their hireling and turn it into a gold. I think you could really slow them down.
Would cash be a worse replacement than duchy?
Or potentially, because it comes with the coppers.
Yeah.
Depending on the time of the game.
Yeah.
Early on, you're pretty much always turning a 5 into a duchy.
Right, yeah.
But cash is also pretty bad to have in your deck, too.
Yes.
So it looks like they both have the 3-4 open, so on Alms that could be a 4-4 open. Hard to tell. Yeah, if you had the 4-3, you could go for the high roll Nomad Camp, try to get Wharf turn 2. Here, maybe go for a Temple or a Catapult and a Swindler. Like Catapult Swindler, I could see that being a reasonable open. Try to get thin while also hurting your opponent.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's probably what I would go for here. The thinning's not like super duper strong. Like Catapult's fine and Temple's decent, but you're starting to have to work to get thin here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is on a 5-2, which was effectively a 5-4, you just go like Wharf Blessed Village and like be stomping.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, I like the Catapult Swindler opening. Discard attack, and if you hit the...
Okay, Nasmith Alms for the Nomad Camp to try to get the high roll, which seems pretty strong too. So Nasmith's going to go Nomad Camp Wharf here, and hsypsx wins for the Blessed Village. So both of those seem reasonable opens. Both of them a little bit high rolly. So seem to pay off pretty well for Nasmith here. Got the Wharf and is going to be able to get another Wharf here. And hsypsx going for the Swindler to try to slow down Nasmith. With Nasmith having a really strong open, you almost have to go Swindler to try to slow him down. Otherwise,
yeah. And
hsypsx can't get a few good hits with the Swindler. It's going to be out of control pretty quickly.
Yeah, because hitting early 5s is going to be important. Like if you can hit like one of the opening buys before they get to play it, it can be ranging from you've won to you're in a very, very good position.
Yeah, I mean the other thing is like even turning a copper into a so Nasmith gets a higher on 6, that makes sense. Even turning a copper into a curse is pretty good. The only downside to Swindler here, besides being a terminal silver, is that like it can be a mistake thinner for your opponent. So if there's no 2-cost cards. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I mean you're just turning estates into estates. But like if estates pile, then it becomes an estate thinner.
Right.
So
yeah.
like if we get to that point in the game, like you could almost be hurting and helping your opponent. Like you're not really doing anything if you hit an estate here. You're just cycling your deck. So hitting estates isn't like critical. But Nasmith's off to a huge lead right now with Wharf and hiring. Right. Alright, Zip 6 gets the hireling down, hits Nasmith's Blessed Village. That's pretty helpful. So, yeah, Nomad Camp to top deck it. That's pretty helpful. Or pretty good hit. So Nasmith really playing leads into the Blessed Village now to make up for the one that it lost. Yep. Blessed Village Wharf, just try to get the engine moving. So yeah, Zip 6 just gonna have to hope to get a few more hits. They each have a hireling in play, so that's helping quite a bit. But Nasmith's just loading up on these wars.
Yeah, is that 3-1 already?
I believe it's 3-1 on the wars, but Zip 6 probably gonna Blessed Village and Wharf here, so trying to catch up. If you can turn a Wharf or two into a duchy, I mean, you know, even though Zip 6 is pretty far behind, I'd play this out for quite a bit longer, just because if you can start turning a few wars into duchies, like, you're in a much better spot than you were right before that.
Yes.
So Temple and Catapult, it's a bit odd. I don't know if I quite would have done that. But Nasmith's going to have a monster turn coming up with all these wars coming in.
Yeah, super aggressive trashing there, because that's assuming they get it, that's going to be at least 2 coppers, estate, and curse they're able to trash.
Yeah. Yeah, and again with Swindler, it's like you want a good deck, but you do run into the similar issue like Masquerade, where, you know, now Zip 6 is going to be trying to play 2 Swindlers a turn. You know, if they get a few hits, this could get pretty rough.
So there we go right there. And yeah, catapult attack is
it's nice. It's not like critical here, but
yeah.
But
yeah,
I mean, sure,
2 wars and a hireling in play, so yeah, catapult
so
is
Zip 6 still going to have a good turn, even if they have to discard 2 coppers.
Right. Yeah.
Swindler's still pretty interesting here. You know, Zip 6 is pretty far behind, but there's still a lot of time to come back with this, with these Swindlers.
Yes. And what's that a reference to? I know that's a song.
Yeah, I forget the exact name of it. But yeah, Sean has some song lyrics in chat. Yeah, I think you just keep going Blessed Village Wharf, Blessed Village Wharf. Like, it's going to be the backbone of the engine here. All right, so Zip 6 is going to try to hit a few wars here. Probably don't trigger this shuffle. It's a pretty bad shuffle. Sorry. No, they're at the end of the shuffle. Never mind. Sorry. Zip 6 drew back. All right.
Oh.
Zip 6 forgot that the Nomad Camp went to the top of the deck. So, yeah, I probably should have turned the Blessed Village into like another temple or something.
Yeah. I guess the one
another card.
Yeah, I guess the 1 point that the temple would come with isn't a huge deal, but yeah, Nomad Camp seems to be a reasonable.
Yeah, so I think you just go Blessed Village Wharf here, or even like Blessed maybe. Probably Blessed Wharf. Zip 6 really needs at least 4 wharfs to have any shot here. Okay. Villages make sense too. I could have seen a double Blessed or Blessed Wharf there. Either one seems fine.
And then once those are gone, oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, the game's going to pile pretty quickly. So,
yeah.
I mean, we're on turn 10. This is closing in pretty fast.
And but yeah, Naismith doesn't even have a swindler, so.
Yeah, and I mean, from Naismith's position, I agree with that. Like, you don't want to waste the terminal space while you're ahead.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, okay, so Conquest, Naismith's going for the Conquest add payload. Conquest works pretty well with Wharf, because you have a bunch of draw, and it's a nice way to just easily inject payload into the deck and get some points too. Right, again, just milling estates, not really doing anything. I think you got to get another Wharf here. Zip 6 has 6 villages to 2, I think think that's the count. Is 6-2 on the villages?
2 blessed in the trash. So I think that's right.
Yeah, so that's pretty strong for hsypsx. So nasmith's just going to be trying to play a couple wards per turn. Not really much else terminal space available.
Yeah. The catapult seems kind of like a waste now at this point. Like, if there's an opportunity to play a temple, I think like probably get rid of the catapult and one of the several nomad camps if you have the opportunity.
Yeah, it's just going to be hard to yeah, it's just going to be hard to get some of this junk out of this deck. So hsypsx definitely coming back here. Hitting Blessed Village twice with Swimmer was really helpful. I mean, not all the Swimmer hits have been great, but hitting two villages was really nice.
Yeah, so plenty of opportunity to be coming back too, just with how much more terminal space hsypsx has.
Sorry. Grab a charger.
Oh, no problem.
What did we miss?
hsypsx has gotten another wharf. Nasmith has gotten another province.
Yep, Nasmith going for provinces makes sense. Trying to add something that the swindlers hit that helps you win the game. You gotta always be careful when you're playing swindlers late in the game to avoid knowing the province for the win. So yeah, I definitely agree with conquesting for hsypsx. I think that makes a lot of sense. Just because you have a lot of draw and a lot of terminal space.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately for hsypsx, piles don't look like they're, or maybe fortunately, piles don't look like they're really going anywhere.
I mean, yeah,
so
that's certainly good.
More time to build to try to catch up. It's Naismith has a pretty big points lead at the moment, but
do you go for like a third swindler here? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Silver. I probably would have just gone for another swindler there. All right, Naismith getting another province, so getting a bit tough for hsypsx to come back here. But yeah, there's still time. I mean, now you're at the point where, yeah, you'd probably turn wharf into like a vault or something instead of a duchy, just because of the points.
Yeah. Or a cash.
No, because cash is still giving them money.
That's true, yeah.
So like the terminals are the issue right now for Nasmith.
Yeah. And Naismith's deck is much more fragile, so this next shuffle could be very, very sad.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still, enough good stuff in it. But the question is going to be like, can Nasmith close the game out?
Right. Yeah.
hsypsx is fairly improving their deck decently. Like Nasmith, I mean, by another province here, that really helps. But like Nasmith's deck's just about to start falling apart. Yes, you swindler and hope you don't hit a province. I mean, we know that like it's got a very low chance of hitting a province. I think it's a 0% chance because there's 2 in hand and 1 in the discard. So hsypsx doesn't know that though, but there's no chance of hitting a province here. But it's still a consideration.
All right,
So
interesting.
Zip
Going
6,
for the temple.
avoiding it. Yeah, it's not awful. So you can get a few victory points here. You can like play the temple, trash curse, trash copper, alms for another temple for the victory points.
Yeah.
It's like an okay way to add a duchy's worth of victory points, or even more than that. You can get rid of the curse too. But yeah, Nasmith just an awful turn here, just completely awful.
Yeah. I mean, and
Not
it's
even getting a Warframe play for next turn.
yeah, to be expected. At least it's a clean shuffle with both the villages that are going into the discard.
A lot of junk. Yeah, if you like trigger to shuffle with both these villages missing, you'd just be very much in trouble.
Yeah.
It's like you wouldn't even be able to, like, well, I guess you'd still play the Dwarf, but you'd be in a bad spot anyways. All right, so this is a good turn coming up for Nasmith, but I mean, if hsypsx can start drawing deck and play 2 Swindlers a turn, then I mean, I think you have to province here. Like, I guess you could also like Silver Conquest is another thought. Like if you're worried about lowering the province pile.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you should, how much you should worry about that as hsypsx, because there's no wharf coming in, and only 2 villages in the entire deck.
Yeah, I mean, definitely hitting a discard attack and getting a curse is certainly nice. Yeah, all right, taking the province. All right, so this game's going to be coming down to the wire. Nasmith's probably taking a duchy here. I think you have to take a duchy here. I could see Conquest as well, but yeah, Conquest or duchy both made sense there.
Yeah.
And it's like Swindler might win this out. Hitting those villages was really helpful.
I feel like a conquest is slightly better than a duchy.
Yeah,
for most of this at least.
But like it gives you some payload.
Yeah. And
now,
more Swindler defense for Nasmith.
Yeah. So, do you play the Swindler here? It's pretty risky, so I think no.
Yeah, I agree with that. You don't need it for the money, I don't think. Just
unless there's a way you can win the game if you hit it, but I don't think that exists either.
Right.
Like I don't see a way for hsypsx to get 10 points if they hit the if they hit it. So double conquest makes sense. Could like play a few temples and get a temple. Okay, all right. Now we gotta do some math. Kill the temple. All right. This wins.
Okay, yeah.
This wins by 1. All right. Good job, hsypsx. Nice recovery. Swindler with the win. And that's why people ban Swindler, even though it didn't even hit the best card there. Just hitting the villages was tough enough.
Yes.
All right, so hsypsx with a nice come from behind win there as player 2. A little Swindler help.
And how many games is this going?
It's either first to 3 points or first to 3.5. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It was supposed to be first to 3, but then there was some questioning in the tournament channel, so it might be 3.5. I'm not sure. I'm sure once we get towards the end, I'll discuss it.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, no. So that was a cool game.
Yeah.
Swindler.
Right, so let's look at this next draft board. Forced cards, we've got Bounty Hunter, Bridge, Talisman, Leprechaun, Merchant, Armory, and Shelters. And then in the available pool, we have Capital, Distant Lands, Gatekeeper, Haggler, Wayfarer, Seller, Druid, Apothecary, Menagerie, Scrap, Otter, Alms, Tower, Trap, and Fair. So, Necropolis is the only village, which is really sad. Because this board looks really fun otherwise.
Yeah, that sounds super rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bridge Megaturn is out.
Yeah, Bridge Megaturn's out. Like everything's out.
Yeah.
You could like try to play Apothecary Money, maybe. Like Bounty Hunter is gonna be nice with the shelters. Because you can get like 3 initial hits to get the plus money.
Yeah.
But what are you playing as your 2 terminals? You could still play 2 bridges as your 2 terminals just to get some plus buy.
Is that also the only plus buy too?
No, there's other plus buys. Capital, Druid, Scrap. So
Yeah.
Scrap can give you an unbounded number of plus buys as long as you're trashing
Right.
silvers. You know, you can go like action silver buy, things like that with Scrap.
Yeah.
And like if we had villages, you could do like Wayfarer Scrap Fun. I think I had a game either in this tournament or another one recently where like Wayfarer Scrap was really important. I think they had like Sheepdog as well. It must have been dual set because there was a lot of menagerie cards, but like without any villages, it's really difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hsypsx adds Menagerie, Haggler, Alms, and Tower. Those all sound reasonable. I mean, none of them sound unreasonable. I'd probably want to add in Apothecary. Menagerie looks pretty difficult to trigger, but I guess you could trigger it once you get enough stuff bounty hunted.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of different treasures you could play with. You can play with like a copper, a silver, a gold, a capital, a bunch of merchants, things like that. So if you go Menagerie, you're probably not wanting Apothecary instead, but I guess Menagerie works for draw here.
And if Naismith picks Scrap, then that could help out the Menagerie draw.
How so?
Just like help the bounty hunter in thinning.
Yeah,
like
I
it's
think you're
terrible
probably
for
Scrap here just because like shelters don't work very well with Scrap.
Oh
so
yeah.
Probably just like get like 2 bounty hunters to thin instead.
Shelters, not estates.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I guess you try to like score with tower points somewhat, like pile the merchants, something like that. I don't know. It's like not really a great way to score here.
Yeah.
Like pile merchants, pile distant lands, but distant lands are pretty awkward too because then you're using terminal space on that. I guess you can use the Scrap for the plus buy in this deck, but like just constantly scrapping silvers and playing Menagerie for draw. It's not awful. Like play Scrap, trash a silver for an action, a buy, and a silver, and just like keep repeating that. And if you have enough Menageries, you can like actually get a decent amount of buys without using any terminal space. It's just like pretty awkward.
Yeah. Yeah. But that is probably the best draw. Otherwise, like I guess you just kind of like thin down as much as you can.
Using Apothecaries, and after thinking about it more, I'm convinced like thin down really fast with bounty hunters, and then use Menagerie as your draw, and then try to get a bunch of
merchants, 1 silver.
Merchants. Yeah, and then eventually maybe go for distant lands points. All right, Nasmith adds Apothecary, Cellar, and Traveling Fair. So we're not going to see Scrap on this board, so there are these plans. Traveling Fair gives buy too. It's just expensive on this board.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard to generate a lot of money here.
I guess if you go for Apothecary, then that helps somewhat because especially early game, you're going to be able to like top deck yourself a bounty hunter or something.
Like Apothecary Cellar works pretty well. Like you drop a bunch of coppers in a potion, and then you discard all them for new cards, and then you draw them back up with Apothecaries. Like it's pretty good draw. Whoa! There's a mistake here. There's not supposed to be colonies.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. All right, but at least Alms being here doesn't affect the doesn't affect the like starting seeds if they do have to restart.
I mean, it could, just because.
Well, I mean, alms like I guess. Well, so is there anything that you can do that would like you would change your shuffle otherwise?
Well, someone could have a 5 instead. Like if they wanted a haggler. Like,
Oh
it's not a
yeah.
great 5. But, trying to see if they're pausing first. I mean, if they just continue to play the game out, then it is what it is. But I mean, I guess they're just gonna play it out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
They're not bound by the rules.
I mean, whatever. It's their kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So enough talking about that. So. The hsypsx double bounty hunter, nasmith bounty hunter armory. I think I like the bounty hunter armory a little better. It just helps you get more apothecaries, more menageries, more sellers, more merchants.
Yeah. Well, I guess not apothecary though. Armory can't get.
Well, it gets you the potion.
Oh yeah, right. To get that into your hand. Oh, and then you can bounty hunt that too.
Yeah, you can bounty hunt the potion later if you need.
Yeah.
I guess Payment of Colonies makes it a little better because then you can add a platinum to the deck.
Yeah.
It's a little nicer to get some money here. Talisman is weak. I don't know if I like Talisman here. I don't really know what I want a bunch of copies of other than maybe Merchant. But
probably menageries, but I guess it's a tough balance there to get too many menageries.
Going the menagerie route, then yeah, you probably want at least like 5 menageries. But so it looks like hsypsx is going to go menageries and nasmith's going to go apothecaries, which is kind of what it looked like based upon their opening buys.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, it's just interesting because apothecary and menagerie just if you have a lot of them, both just kind of don't work well with each other.
Both. I'd go for one or the other. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh no, I just mean like even if you have like if you have like 4 or 5 apothecaries, like that seems like that you've drawn most of your coppers with the search space from those.
Yeah, but if you have the seller as well, then you can discard them back.
Right.
To draw them again to continually be increasing your hand size.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I would be trying to do.
Oh, okay. So apothecary seller draw versus just straight thin menagerie.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like Nasmith's doing. I'm not sure which I like better though.
Yeah.
I certainly see the advantage of both. I mean, Nasmith's even buying copper at this point, so Nasmith feels pretty confident about getting like 10 apothecaries, a bunch of coppers, a bunch of sellers. And you just need to make sure you keep traveling fair to top deck an apothecary pretty much every turn to make sure you don't dud. But Nasmith also has menagerie too, so it's a little odd. But I guess a menagerie could work in this deck.
And hey, worst comes to worst, you can always just bounty hunt it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, no, I am too blasé about that, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, I find that myself included. A lot of people just like bounty hunt a card for $3 and get it back out rather than like actually thinning the deck. Nasmith doesn't need to do that much thinning here.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna bounty hunt the overgrown estate, play menagerie, and play the apothecary. hsypsx has got to get these coppers out of the way.
But yeah, it's just Bit of an awkward board.
Yeah, very.
So,
but I mean, for two good players like this, I think it's a pretty good way to really test out some interesting strategies.
yeah, and it's nice too that they're going for different strategies. So like obviously like
less game too. So
yeah, but like individual draw is just like somewhat dependent on how their shuffles work out. But aside from that too, you can see like you get at least some measure of seeing like how they compare the different ways of going about a deck.
Mm-hmm. So I think hsypsx has got to start getting. All right, goes for a bridge. I think hsypsx is gonna have to start getting like some merchants and some silvers for payload. Like Nasmith's gonna be able to get a bunch of apothecaries for payload, apothecaries and coppers for payload.
Right. Yeah.
So I think you're probably gonna go like apothecary, double cellar, double copper here for Nasmith.
Possibly. That seems reasonable.
So buy traveling fair twice, buy an apothecary, top deck it, buy two cellars, top deck both of those, buy two coppers, put those in the discard, something like that. Like, as long as you make sure that like you're top decking an apothecary every turn, like you should have some pretty good draw here. So right now, I think I like Nasmith's plan a little better. It just seems easier to ramp up and payload.
Yeah.
Whereas hsypsx is having a bit of trouble getting the deck under control. hsypsx has 5 coppers in here that are really making these menageries hurt. But hsypsx will get a good menagerie play here. Yeah, looks like Nasmith's going the route I was thinking here. Unless Nasmith wants 4 sellers, that would be the other option.
Yeah. That seems a bit excessive this early.
Yeah, I think I'd probably add in 2 more coppers here, rather than 2 more sellers. But I could see getting 2 more sellers here, just because, like, you have the money.
All right, yeah.
I'm gonna add 4 coppers. That works too. Okay, yeah. Yep, that works. So same idea, I was just undercounting how many coppers you could actually get out of that.
Yes. Man, that's quite a lot of
copper. But yeah, I mean, as long as you just gotta add a lot of apothecaries.
Yeah.
But I think this should work pretty well. You just gotta make sure you're adding an apothecary and top decking it every single turn.
Right. So yeah, I guess the talismans work out reasonably well.
A talisman is a good idea.
Yes.
I have trouble with talisman. It's certainly a good card, and then sometimes getting like 2 can give you just like some incredible pile of pressure. So usually like 1 to 2 is right, unless like you're going for some like massive rush.
Yeah, and
once you get 2, you can really start melting piles.
Yes, but yeah, even with bridge and talisman, like any sort of cost reduction can just make things go crazy. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be getting Haggler here, because this just isn't the greatest terminal. Like, I think you would rather have a bridge. So that, because the main, like, otherwise, like, the traveling fare is pretty expensive, so you want to have stuff as cheap as possible. But yeah, like, Hagglers could help melt piles with talismans. Like, that could just go crazy. Especially with cost reduction and, like, getting multiple Hagglers at once.
Yeah, definitely. Talismans, when you buy a non-victory card, gain a copy of it. Same with Haggler. They're both.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't. Okay, so like with Haggler, it would just be the one, and you wouldn't get a copy
Well,
of
like
the
if you
cheaper
had
card.
Haggler in play, you would get a second Haggler, and then you would get a second cheaper card.
Yeah, yeah.
But it wouldn't like continue unbounded. Like you can't like talisman an experiment and just like get an infinite loop.
Right. Yeah.
Whoa, exiling the Necropolis. Whoa, that's weird.
I guess Nasmith's just going with the
a single armory and a bunch of traveling fairs.
Yeah, I mean that works. I get it, probably everything that they want is just $3 or cheaper anyway, and the like colony or province can be bought after for a.
All right, so it looks like Nasmith's probably going for the win next turn here.
Yeah.
Just really loading up on
almost 30 cards. Wow. Yeah.
So I'm thinking Nasmith's going for the win next turn. All right, so hsypsx is getting this menagerie draw working. Right.
Yeah, but I guess you got to be really careful here.
Yeah, you can't like really touch anything because Nasmith's just like threatening to win next turn.
Yeah, with two talismans, that'll take like 4 or 5 buys.
Nasmith could like empty coppers if he had another talisman or two. That would be pretty good for a tower.
Yeah, that would be pretty good for tower. But yeah, talisman, menagerie, and merchant are all very low here. So, yeah, I guess.
So I don't have to empty menagerie here.
Yeah,
this just makes it too easy for Nasmith to win next turn.
Because with
so Nasmith only needs 2 talisman buys to win. Get that pile empty. That's $10.
Right.
Unfortunately, because got rid of the Necropolis, can't gain and play a talisman. So I wasn't a big fan of exiling that Necropolis. I think that. I mean, it certainly got $3 that turn, but I think that was pretty risky to not allow yourself to gain and play another talisman.
So there are 60 coppers to start, right?
Yep, 16 total.
So
Nasmith's added
5 coppers. So that only means that the content max money they can do then is you've got the 12 coppers, so that'll put it to 14 total if you bounty hunt a copper. Oh, but then also you've got the 3 talismans, so $17, assuming that you draw.
Yes, I don't think Nasmith can quite pile out here, but maybe. You might be able to armory for a merchant and pile merchants and talismans. I think that's doable.
So if Nasmith finishes out the merchant,
no, you don't need to. You have 3 talismans in play.
But so that would be 9 points from talismans plus. So 8 like plus 8 for Nasmith from talismans. And
Nasmith only has $8 right now in hand. That's problematic, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's the main issue.
Although,
Nasmith still has like 7. All those cards down there are coppers, I believe.
oh yeah, oh that's really
I
bad.
believe all of those are coppers. So maybe you discard the bounty hunter, the potion, and 5 coppers to drop to 7 coppers. That's $10 with 3 talismans in play and an armory available. But the armory doesn't really help either.
And would you maybe bounty hunt a potion or cellar for another 3?
It only nets you $1 though. Cause like
Right, because traveling fair.
Well, no, it only nets you $1 because like bounty hunter, exiling the potion, you could just discard both of them to grab 2 coppers. So it increases your net money by 1.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't see anything Nasmith can empty right now. So I guess you build another turn.
Yeah, seems like you kind of
I don't
have
think
to.
hsypsx can empty though. Maybe hsypsx can empty though, but I don't think so. hsypsx only has 1 talisman and no way to gain. Wait, no. hsypsx could gap a talisman. That might be enough to win.
How could he do that? Oh, armor.
hsypsx has an armor as well.
Okay.
Alright, so Nasmith is gonna build more. Alright, you got a top deck and apothecary here.
Oh yeah. And curses don't
never
matter.
mind. Sorry, I wasn't even looking at sellers. Never mind. Why was I should have looked at sellers.
Oh yeah.
I'm being silly. Never mind. There was a win.
Yeah.
And that's why Nasmith is in the finals and not on.
Yes.
I was completely blanking on emptying sellers.
Right. Yeah, and that is the perfect pile for Nasmith. Is the only one with cellars. So.
Yeah. Yep, and got enough points too. And with an estate for fun.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to 1-1. I'm going to get some water. I'll be back in just a minute. We'll see what the next kingdom looks like. Just 1 moment. Alright, so this next board we've got in the Forest Kingdom, Cellar, Oracle, Peastone, Bard, Messenger, Rogue. The available ones to choose, we got Crossroads, Slay, Acting Troop, Wishing Well, Feodum, Cartographer, Duke, Puka, Treasure Trove, Border Village, with Raid, Reap, Triumphal Arch, and Way of the Owl as the draft option. So definitely a lot you can do here. Messenger's the only sustainable buy.
Isn't Messenger? Oh yeah, it's in the Forest Kingdom though. Yeah. Yeah. Border Village is probably going to be added.
Yeah, Border Village is always a strong one. And it's the best village here, so I'm guessing Nasmith would probably pick Border Village. Puka and Oracle are the only real draw, then Crossroads, which could work. There's no good trashing. You could put in Puka. This is a weird board.
Yeah. Is there a way to deal with the curses? Or is it just Puka for copper trashing?
Yeah, you just get the Puka for the copper trashing.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can also add in Treasure Trove, so that way you could like sustainably play with like 3 Pukas.
Right, yeah.
Like one to thin down your starting coppers, and then 2 more to play off the treasure trove food. So, like, that probably seems like a reasonable way to get some food here for it. Yeah, so I'd probably go, like, Border Village, Pukas, Nasmith. Well, but then you're not guaranteed that your opponent will add treasure trove, so... Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough. Alright, Nasmith goes Treasure Trove, Cartographer, Raid, and Reap.
Okay.
It's very money heavy.
Yeah. So it sounds like Naismith's going to be going a bit more money-ish. Then
A bit what?
A bit more money-ish.
Yeah. That's kind of odd, though, but maybe that's the thought here. Like, if you don't think your opponent's going to help you grab engine cards, then it just doesn't really matter, maybe.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Naismith's just hoping that they add Feodum, I guess? Like, Feodum Raid is kind of a thing. So, I don't know. Let's see what hsypsx picks.
Yeah. That seems a bit hard to do, though, just because raid is how many silvers you have in play.
Yeah, you need a lot of silver.
So
you need, like, some way to draw, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, like, raid kind of sucks unless it's just, like, spending $5 to just give your opponent the minus card token, which is also a possibility.
Yeah, I mean... We'll just have to see. I mean, if Feodum comes in, it's an option. If Feodum doesn't come in, then we'll see.
Yeah.
Hard to tell. All right. hsypsx is typing. ... That's a fun time. You played in this tournament, right?
The draft mix. Yes, I did play in the draft mix. Yeah, it has been a pretty fun tournament. It's really it's good practice for I guess like getting better too, because you have to kind of conceptualize how you want to build too, because you have some say in how the kingdom goes.
Yeah.
So
definitely a fun style. All right, hsypsx has selected Slay, Puka, Way of the Owl.
Okay. I mean, Way of the Owl is pretty good draw, but I mean, yeah, there's just
good draw.
Okay, never mind.
There's with money payload.
Yeah, there's no village, so yeah.
You'd need like Way of the Owl can be amazing as like a lighthouse variant if you have a lot of villages and a lot of action payload, but that does not seem the case here. So it's like it's going to be a sloggy game. Maybe we'll get some Peace Stone here. Never know.
Yeah, you can always hope. Yeah. I was just thinking, like, it'd be interesting if, like, there isn't really any, like there are some attacks that deal with, like Bridge Shoal is one of the main ones I can think of off the top of my head, about, like, reducing, money. Just because like it gives you the minus coin token, but it'd be interesting if there were an attack that like from alchemy that made things have a potion cost with them, like everything on the board like has a potion cost as well.
Terrible. That sounds terrible. I don't know. I want to play that board.
I mean, it could be something more interesting for Philosopher's Stone to do. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
all right, so
yeah.
So Nasmith going Puka, Silver, and hsypsx going Trove, Slay, both taking the curse. Yeah, so it looks like they're just going pretty straight money.
Yeah. The Slay is...
I don't mind Slay here as the terminal. Like, you can play the horse. It's like a lab, but you can sort of, like, bank it. Like, you only have to play the horse when you really need to.
Yeah. And I
There's not too much like game and play, putting stuff in your hand to
right.
do here, but
It could potentially be helpful to as a reaction that you could if you play the cursed gold and
there's the messenger potion.
nice. But if you play the cursed gold and get the curse, then you could use the slay to. Oh well, no, you don't want to react that onto the top of your deck.
You wouldn't want to do that. But like, you could like, for hsypsx, you could like play the horse, then play the puka to trash, and then you could just top deck whatever you buy. Like if you buy a treasure trove or gold, you can just top deck it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that would be very good. So yeah, puka can be fed. Yeah. Do you think this should just be like 2-3 treasure troves, 2-3 pukas, and just largely like puka trove money?
I guess. I don't know. I think puka trove money sounds fine. I don't really know why hsypsx. Oh, hsypsx put the potion in hand to trash it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What's going on? Yeah, I think you just start provincing already. Like, there's nothing to do. But maybe you buy like one more. Maybe you reap here and then you province next turn. I could see that.
Yeah, I guess like no real like reliable buy anyway with messengers. Like this is probably just going to be a single buy kingdom.
Yeah, because you're not doing anything useful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a single buy kingdom, but it's basically a single buy kingdom.
Right. Yeah.
Awful decks.
Yeah. All right.
Decks are so bad.
Do you just reap here again? I guess as nasmith.
Probably. So hsypsx has a tough choice here. I don't know. I think you just like play the slay and then I don't know.
Yeah, this doesn't seem too bad honestly. Just because it's the end of the shuffle, and your option like you trash a gold.
Yeah,
so,
I like hsypsx play.
Yeah, I agree with that. Don't play the puka there. That would have been bad.
Yeah, bad shuffle. All right. So yeah, they're just going for provinces. hsypsx got to it first though. So
yeah, top decking a horse. Okay, or use that for draw.
Yeah. I think if hsypsx thought they had a pretty good chance of getting into it, then that was fine.
Right. Yeah.
Buy a seller here. Hsypsx even bought state. Seemed a little early for a state because he knew you were going to shuffle again. But man, this is like peak Dominion. That's what the people came here to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just don't know too. Like, I'm
such a province now.
Yeah. I'm so bad at playing money.
I mean, you take the province and hope they dud.
Yeah.
But now hsypsx takes a duchy and nasmith can't even buy the province anyways.
Right, yep. Well, actually, oh no, if Naismith could have won with province estate.
Just $1 short.
Yep.
So I guess you go duchy estate. I think you got your duchy estate and hope they miss. Not great.
Yeah. But what can you expect from an amazing deck like this?
One of them could have picked Border Village. Neither chose to, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the considerations there were with that, but Border Village is pretty good for anyone that can get to it. So
yeah,
I don't know how strong it is for first player. So this is a hard decision, at least like what to buy. Like playing the sleigh, I think you should just absolutely do.
Well, you got owl and hope.
Oh, mm,
You owl it and you hope to get enough money.
right.
It's unlikely, but I think you still have to try. And if you miss, you just grab a duchy. Well, assuming you find at least a copper.
Yeah. What? Not even playing the sleigh for horses?
On a bard? What? That was weird. I didn't like that.
All right,
Well,
yeah, that that is game. Interesting that this is the first game that player one has won so far.
Yeah, last two were player two wins, so we'll just have to see going into the next game.
And yeah, this one was just the most luck of the draw so far. So
I mean, there was some strategy.
absolutely, yeah. But I mean, when the deck's this bad, then like you could have had all of your golds at the bottom or something like that.
Yeah, like Nasmith had like 13 money that last hand. All right, we got a much better board coming up. I think. Yeah, much better. All right, forced cards. Chapel, Lone Ranger, Remake, Bazaar, Explorer. So we got trashing, we got draw, we got actions. Then we've got Ruins, Monastery, Snowy Village, Marauder, Mill, Silk Road, Spice Merchant, Forum, Treasure Trove, Wine Merchant, Goons.
Ooh.
Aqueduct, Bandit Fort, Quest, and Way of the Turtle. So, I think we're playing Goons here.
Yeah. And probably Way of the Turtle as well, because you could potentially set up a Goons.
Turtle's just really nice and flexible.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you don't need to play any turtle tricks with Goons here, because, like,
there's
Ranger enough villages to support some Goons.
Right, yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, Bazaar certainly helps, but you're going to need to be using some of those. So, yeah, definitely hsypsx going for the most engine-y ones. Adding Snowy Village to play at the very end gives you a few more village plays with Goons, and then Aqueduct and Way of the Turtle. Aqueduct's going to be pretty useless here.
Yeah.
It's like whatever silvers you get, you're probably just going to trash into your chapel later.
Right, yeah.
So, like, 5-2 could be, like, pretty darn good on this board if you are able to open, like, Bazaar Chapel.
Yeah, that would be good, because that's like I think the one problem here, just that Bazaar is a pretty expensive village.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
needs must.
I think on 3-4 you might even go like Remake silver, just to like not completely choke off your money.
Right. Yeah.
And to like try to get to 5 or 6 sooner. So I could see Remake silver on the 4-3. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. Of course, you can always just be good and draw well. Draw your chapel turn 3 with copper 3 estates.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that certainly helps.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Forum will be really. I could see a drafting Forum as well to like help make sure that you're always finding your Rangers and that you can your Bazaars that you don't have to play your Snowy early, things like that. Pretty helpful.
So as player 2, what do you wanna try to do here to defend?
I mean, you can't really do anything other than try to beat them at the Goons game, but it's really tough. Like, you kind of rolling the dice hoping for some good luck.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you can't, like, draft Marauder and hope that that's going to hurt your opponent.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's not going to help you. like you can draft it, but it's not going to do anything. Like you still might go like draft Marauder Silk Road or something just to like make the engine slightly less strong by not giving it like Forum and Mill or something. But
Yeah.
because like if Mill is there, then Mill would be a nice open. Okay, yeah. So Nasmith adds Marauder is sort of just like a dead card, but decides that Nasmith does want the Forum as well to play with.
All right.
And not adding Bandit for it, so not super crucial to get rid of all your silvers and golds, but there's probably not going to be much silver and gold in these decks at the end, just because like you want to save your terminal space for not for drawing.
Right.
You want to save it for games.
So is player 2 on a...
Go ahead.
Is player 2 on a 3/4? Do you think it's worth a high roll of a silver remake open, or?
I don't know. I mean, I could see silver remake as either player. I don't think silver remake looks much worse than a silver chapel. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of silver chapel open, so I'd probably get silver remake here as both players.
Yeah, because I think with chapel.
Right.
Like,
whoa, Nasmith going Marauder chapel. That's interesting.
Okay.
It's going full trash with chapel remake.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that seems like a little like.
Okay, the quest worked with the Marauder.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to go about that. Because yeah, so I think like the thing with like silver chapel opening, like chapel's just such a strong trasher that you want to like get rid of most of your money anyway, and
yeah, having a cantrip chapel's usually pretty nice.
Yeah.
All right, so they both go for the snowy, knowing like eventually you're gonna want in the deck, so it's fine for the first village. So Nasmith probably can get a Bazaar here. Let's do Bazaar, can see Ranger.
Maybe even a Forum.
Forum could work too. Yeah, goes for the Bazaar, that makes sense.
But yeah, chapel seems a bit difficult to work with here, just because your village and payload are just so expensive that you may not want to nuke your deck down to nothing. But I mean, that is a very fast way to like build back up. But I don't know how efficient it is, just because it's a bit difficult
to. It's a little tough. That's why I kind of like the silver remake open. It's a bit of a balance. You're thinning a little slower, but you're adding payload a little faster. And then, like, once you're done with the silvers, you can remake them into Rangers. Like, I think that feels pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so hsypsx is going to get a Goons here, presumably. Yeah, the Goons attack just hurts a lot. Especially if your opponent doesn't have any draw.
Yes.
It's like hsypsx is getting thin enough, you can probably just remake the chapel now.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Chapel and estate into silvers, I guess.
Yeah, and then remake those later into Rangers. Or you could like, now you could play the Goons, remake Chapel and Estate into 2 silvers and buy a Ranger or something like that. I guess maybe you need, I don't know. This Marauder is really weird. I get why Nasmith did it, for the quest, but it's really weird.
Yeah. And I mean, it is action enough limited that the ruins would be kind of a
I mean, you'll just trash them eventually.
yeah, or you could just turtle them if you have a spare action.
Yeah, if you have a spare action, you can just perpetually turtle them. Okay, so hsypsx decided to just
Okay, going for
the chapel already.
aqueduct points.
Now I think you need to add probably the bazaar here, hsypsx.
A forum.
Or
Okay.
Forum works too. Both only have one ranger, so they both need a second ranger. Get the draw going. I don't know if you buy anything here. 3's like just not a great number. hsypsx taking the aqueduct estate is kind of weak. I guess you can take a snow now and really make it later.
Yeah, and hsypsx is drawing well enough that it's not too much of an issue because it can be trashed pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely want a second ranger in these decks. Only one goon turn out is perfectly fine. You need way more rangers and bazaars before you
yeah.
get another goon.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out just getting the Marauder, because, yeah, the quest, I understand,
It was
but...
for the quest for the golds. And now, like, if you have the terminal space, you can play it, make them deal with a little bit of junk.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, how...
turtling the junk just deals with it pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, it's not, like, that amazing.
How good, though, is, are the golds at the moment? Because eventually they're just probably going to get trashed, because I think you just want to go, like, bazaars, goons, maybe
Yeah, I mean,
one
Nasmith
gold,
does have a lot
but...
of golds, so...
Yeah. And it's just a bit difficult to use them too effectively, it seems, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, hsypsx really needs to get another ranger. Yeah, hsypsx really needs a second ranger.
Okay, yeah, 2 rangers and bazaar sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like hsypsx was ahead, but it's not feeling like that anymore.
Yeah, even though all those golds, but yeah, because now Naismith has buys and some more draw, so the golds are...
So I'd probably grab like silver into ranger by bazaar. Or get rid of copper, that's fine too.
Yeah. Well, if you got 2 rangers from that, you couldn't buy Bazaar. Because it would just be the
I
copper.
think you could have. There were 3 silvers in hand, I thought.
No, it was just the 2.
No, because H plays a remake, trashes a silver, gains a ranger. H plays 2 silvers. There were 3 in hand to start.
Oh, okay.
There was enough money.
Yeah. But, yeah, much less draw, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as important, too, because it doesn't have as much treasure payload.
Yeah, I mean, Nasmith seems way ahead now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Mara open was weird, but it seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know how good the early gold would be with without much draw, but once the draw came in, they have been really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. You could turtle Bazaar here.
Yeah, I guess you don't really need to, though.
Yeah.
I'd probably turtle a ranger.
Yeah, I think turtling a ranger would be good.
Yeah. And get rid of some of these coppers.
Maybe even the silver, too.
Silver
yeah.
seems fine to keep.
Yeah.
And then just keep building and building and building. Could take the estate for the operative points. Probably not needed, though.
Yeah. Nasmith will be able to add a second goons pretty soon, so.
Yeah.
Probably this turn.
Yeah, if you need to. Certainly an option. Yeah, hsypsx deck's just not quite doing it. Like trash and take ranger bazaar. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's really lowering
That
things.
seems like way too late.
Yeah. Maybe a bit of a desperation buy.
So many rangers. 6-3 on rangers right now.
And most of the bazaars, it seems, too. So.
Yeah. And 5 to Nasmith just has way more cards.
Yeah.
Cards are good in card games, usually. Not always, but usually.
Yep.
Yeah, this seems easily rerunnable now. Just turtle the ranger. Or play the ranger for real.
Yeah. And I think at this point, the chapel's just turtled forever.
Yeah, empty bazaars. You just gotta make sure that hsypsx doesn't pile out on you.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go like bazaar goons. Not sure what else besides bazaar goon.
I guess take the last ranger.
You don't really need it.
You don't need it, but denial.
And hsypsx can't really touch it because then it's lowering points
Right,
too
yeah.
much.
Because then you could just go for estates.
Yeah, like 6 is a nice number of rangers to have. Probably like Bizarre Goons. Yeah, Province is fine too.
Yeah,
Maybe
fine, but it feels a
Bizarre
little
Goons
cautious.
Forum. It's a little cautious, but you're still finding the lead. You don't want to like lose because of something like that. So
Yeah.
maybe like Bizarre Forum Goons here, build a little bit more.
Yeah.
What was that? Goons double form, that's fine too.
Yeah, that all works.
Yeah, there's no way that these hsypsx can do at this point. Smith just has complete control over this. But yeah, that Marauder Open was quite interesting and worked out very well to inject some gold into the deck.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so funny that like almost like all of the times I've seen Marauder used in high level play is as like a courtier target or here for quest. So like you just have it in your deck and like you don't really play it ever.
Sometimes it's useful. I don't know. I played a game against Wander and Winder where I got pretty wrecked by Marauder, even though there was like okay trashing. Just like it was able to give, like, I think like Apprentice was the only trasher or something like that.
Oh.
It's like, oh, that's fine. I'll just like play Apprentice to trash these runes. It's fine. But it just like still slowed me down enough that like
Right. Yeah.
I couldn't win.
Yeah.
Because I was playing my Apprentice to trash runes instead of, you know, other cards.
All right. So, is there a possible win for hsypsx here?
I doubt it, but we will allow hsypsx to consider it.
Yeah. Because he has 3 rangers and a goon, so it's 5 buys.
Plus the snowies.
Alright, plus snowy villages.
7.
Yeah, so 7 buys.
Plus the remake.
Plus remake.
So, like, there's certainly some gains. I just don't think there's enough gains.
Yeah. Because at best, piling out would cost 33. And, well, less if you consider
Yeah,
the remakes.
Because you can play the remakes.
Yeah.
Would that be enough points? Yeah, I think that would be enough points.
12 points down, and if you're buying, well, if you only have 9 gains, one of the, like, you have to pile and also, like, probably at least a duchy. Because 7 plus the 3 there would be 10.
Well, but if you got all the estates with the goons in play, that would be enough points.
Oh, right, yeah, 14.
Worry about getting everything else.
Right, yeah.
So,
yeah,
how
so
could you do that?
It certainly does not.
Remake a Marauder into a Bizarre. Remake a Silver into a Ranger. That's like must do. I think like you just do that now.
It's about what you'd have to do. And then you have to buy.
Or you turn a snowy into a ranger. Maybe you need to keep the silver. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I mean, like, even so, like, if you were to remake Silver and Bazaar into, or Silver and Marauder into Ranger and Bazaar, then you need to have another 24 to get the estates and Bazaars.
Yeah, you still need 24. So it's like really difficult, regardless.
Yeah. And I think for hsypsx, how many silvers does he have?
Not very many.
Okay, because
it's one or two, I think it's one. I think this is the only one.
Okay, so if it's the only one, and there's, I think that bottom card is a goons, unless he.
Yeah, hsypsx doesn't like have any money either, so like
Yeah.
this is not happening.
Yeah. So I guess it's just what do what do you need to do to be able to possibly stand a chance of surviving a turn to then be able to do something.
I mean, the problem is that because you need to build to support
and
your engine and building blowers, and then nasmith just wins next turn if you build more, or wins in 2 turns.
Yeah. And so Nasmith absolutely could dud, but barring that, like it's looking pretty over.
You need to play for like a few duds.
Yeah.
And then remake these spoils. Where are we remaking the spoils? Alright, so get on the question. Yeah, Nasmith's gonna have a real turn here. Like, it might not be enough to pilot, but it's certainly be enough to make it incredibly difficult for hsypsx.
And okay. So I guess here, just a ranger. Do you turtle bazaar and 2 rangers? Yeah, that seems very good.
Just like buy 2 more goons.
Yeah, really whatever. 2 bazaars, a ranger.
I mean, that's a little risky.
Yeah, I guess that is true that's risky.
There might have been a possible in there.
I don't.
There might have been enough buys. I wasn't looking close enough.
I think I saw it was just 7. So, yeah, I mean,
could have given it out. And then
could have given one out, but I like then it would be 3 bazaars, a ranger, and 7 ruins.
Yeah, there was possibility that there was a win there. I wasn't looking close enough.
Yeah, there were only 7 buys there.
Yeah, but there were some turtle cards as well.
Yeah, like, 7 buys before the turtles. So I mean, like, assuming, I guess if the rangers had been played, would have been 2 more. So the other 2 rangers
and then
the marauder.
Like if you played the marauder, that gives out 1. I think it was probably 1 buy short.
Yeah.
Then you needed 10 buys, not 9. But if Naismith had drawn deck, I think it pretty easily would have
Yeah.
been a win in hand. But yeah, there's really nothing that hsypsx can do to come back here. And that bottom card's the Marauder.
Yep.
Oh, no. No, it got trashed, sorry.
Oh, the Marauder got trashed? Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it got trashed for 4. Can't even inject a gold here via quest.
Yeah, so 9 and 6 buys. Okay, yeah, just resigning here.
Yeah.
Totally reasonable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, GG's. Yeah. Okay, so this is
for 3. So congrats to Nasmith on winning the tournament. Yet another one.
3-1.
And,
I think overall, was this another like something?
It wasn't quite as impressive as Renaissance Mix.
Okay.
I think Nasmith might have won group stage undefeated, but Cirrus almost beat Nasmith last round as well. So Nasmith might have had 3 losses.
Okay.
In the tournament. Let's
see.
Draft mix pin.
But either way, really impressive job.
Yeah,
winning
absolutely.
All these like league champion, Renaissance mix champion, draft mix champion.
That's my Grand Market Grand Prix champion.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nasmith went 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-2, 3-1. So 15 and 3, not bad.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right. Well, congratulations to both players for making it to the final. Congrats to Nasmith, the champion. And thank you for watching.
Thanks.